What's going on, guys? It's IsaaCLights24 here. I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be comparing some lights in my rig. We're going to be comparing the Riukoe 7x12 watt wash, which is a recent zoom wash, beam wash that I got, and we're going to compare it to the Betopper LM70 wash. And the difference between them is that one can zoom, one zooms in and out. It can be from a tight beam to a wide wash, and then this one is fixed. So we're gonna compare the two and just give you guys and just tell you guys what looks good, what works best for you, and what works best for your environment. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a like, a thumbs up. Make sure to hit that notification bell. Make sure to share it and comment so you never miss another one of my videos. And also follow me on Instagram because I have an Instagram account and I post a lot of stuff on there. So yeah. Let's get into it. Alright, so the first light we're going to be talking about is the fixed wash, this Betopper LM70. So as you can see, it produces a nice wide wash. It's kind of blowing out on camera, but you can clearly see that it's a wash fixture. It does a pretty great job at lighting up the space. I mean, if I turn the lights off, this whole room is going to be filled with color. But it's projecting onto the ceiling right now. You can see the beam through the air. It's not really defined like a spot or a beam is. It's a really soft edge. It really blows out the camera. And these are great if for backlighting, hair lighting, even scenic lighting. You can use these for uplighting if you want to. If you're like a DJ and you want to put these to uplight a wall, and then once the dancing starts, you can move them around a little bit. That would look so cool. And this one in particular, this Betopper, has 7 8-watt RGB LEDs inside of it. So it's got 7 red, 7 green, 7 blue, and 7 white. And they're all mixing together in these lenses to produce a nice beam of light. Now, one downside with this wash in particular is sometimes the head gets misaligned, because I've had one of my washes that's gotten misaligned because like the head wasn't properly on there tightly. But yeah, it still works great. I'd recommend these if you don't want like any expensive light, if you don't want the zooming function. These are great for bands and stages where like there's a lot of noise and you can't hear these lights, because these lights have loud fans. This one in particular has a really loud fan. So I wouldn't recommend using these in like theatrical settings, because you're definitely going to hear the fans. And now we're going to have a look at a more expensive one, the Riukoe 7x12 watt zoom wash. Alright, so now we have the Riukoe 7x12 watt zoom wash powered on. And this is a completely different wash fixture compared to the LM70. It doesn't have a fixed beam angle. It actually zooms, as you can see right here. It's going from a tight beam, as you can see, and it's going to zoom out to a wide wash like that. And so these are really great for like churches and front light. If you need like a cheap front light that can zoom and doesn't have a really loud fan, this would be a really good option for you. And it has great color mixing. It's got 7 12-watt RGB LEDs inside of it, so it's a little brighter, a little more powerful than this wash. To me, they look about the same brightness, zoomed out all the way. But when you zoom this one in, it completely drowns out the Betopper wash. It's got great color mixing. You can't actually see like the individual diodes projecting on the wall. It's just a flat field, and it looks great. You see these beam washes everywhere nowadays. There's a really popular one called the Martin Mac 1. I've seen that one in person. It's pretty much a single source wash. It doesn't have 7 of these. It just has one 120 watt RGB L. It's about the same size as this, but it's way more professional, and you can get down to a tighter beam. This one only goes from like 6 degrees to 45 degrees, and that's a pretty reasonable zoom range in my opinion. These are similar to like the Stealth Wash zooms, but the advantage over the Stealth Wash zoom with this one is the fans aren't as loud. I've worked with the Stealth Wash zooms before at my church, and those things are okay, but they're a little loud in my opinion. This one you can barely hear it. It looks great through the air. It produces sharp beams, wide washes. I really enjoy these lights. I've had them for about a couple months now, and I really enjoy them. So which one's right for you? Well, if you're looking for nothing fancy, if you're looking for just a light that can move and change colors, then the Betopper wash would be a great option for you. Now the fans are a bit loud, but if you're working in like a concert or like a bar, then these won't really put out a lot of noise. If there's a lot of ambient noise, you won't be able to hear these. Now, if you're looking for something that can zoom and has a great zoom range and can do better color mixing, then I recommend the Riukoe 7x12 watt zoom wash. Now, the only downside with the zoom wash is it's a little bit more expensive, and it's a little heavier and heftier build than the Betopper wash. But other than that, it's a great wash fixture. I'd recommend this for like small churches, like even in like a youth room. You could use these for front light, back light. You can pretty much use these lights for anything. So I really recommend these Riukoe washes. That's what I think about these washes. This is my little comparison. And now I'll just give you guys a little brightness test to show you how bright these things are. Alright, so now I have them pointed at my doors. The Betopper wash is on the left and the Riukoe wash is on the right. And as you can see, the Riukoe wash is significantly brighter than the Betopper wash. I mean, that red is extremely vibrant compared to the Betopper wash. That one's more of a flood rather than the Riukoe wash. I'm actually going to zoom the Riukoe wash out because right now it's at its narrowest zoom. It's at 6 degrees. But then I'll open up that zoom up to 45 degrees. And as you can see, the Riukoe wash is still pretty bright. Now again, the Riukoe has 7 12-watt LEDs and the Betopper has 7 8-watt LEDs. So you can see a big difference in the two. The 8-watt LEDs don't even compare to the 12-watt LEDs in the Riukoe wash. So now let's do green. And here's green. The Riukoe still beats out the Betopper. Let me zoom the Riukoe one out. Now the Riukoe wash has a better green than the Betopper wash. As you can see, the Betopper wash looks more of a Kelly green. And the Riukoe wash looks more like your standard solid green. Now let's check on the blue. So the blues look about the same on the wall, but if you go in front of the lights, you can see that the blues are extremely different. Alright, so here they are. And as you can see, the camera's not really doing it justice, but the Riukoe wash is more of an indigo blue. It's more of a solid blue, whereas the Betopper wash, it's just blue with a little bit of white inside of it. Here's that one zoomed out. And here's white. As you can see, the 7x12 watt Riukoe, he's doing a great job with his white. The Betopper is also doing a good job. It's not as bright though. But let me zoom out the Riukoe. And the Riukoe has a better white than the Betopper. The Betopper looks like its white is a little more bluish, whereas the Riukoe's white is a lot more of a standard white, and it looks great. And here's all the LEDs on. It makes like a pinkish, purplish white with the Riukoe. And that's what you'd probably see on more standard zoom wash fixtures. If you have all the LEDs on, you get like a pinkish white color. Whereas the Betopper, you can start to see all the different LEDs projecting onto the wall. Like there's a little bit of red, there's a little bit of blue, you can see a bit of green. And that white is more like kind of like a bluish off-white. And that's kind of not what you want for front light. So I would definitely recommend the Riukoe 7x12 watt wash for front light because it does a great job. And let's zoom it out so you can see it better. And yeah, you can see the Riukoe wash has a cleaner field than the Betopper wash. The Betopper wash, I feel like it's better for like backlight, audience wash, blinding. And then the Riukoe wash is like better for front light and all that kind of stuff. And here's it from the front. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys how fast the pan and tilt speeds are on these lights. And as you can see, I have them on a yellow. The Betopper wash is kind of producing a weird looking yellow. But I'll show you guys the tilt. Tilt's about the same, except the Betopper's a little slower than the Riukoe. As you can see right there, the camera's not really focusing very well, so let me adjust you guys. There you go, as you can see. Now I'm going to show you the pan speed, so I'm going to tilt these up a bit. You can definitely see the Riukoe is way faster than the Betopper wash. It's got better, higher quality motors, I guess. I don't know, because these lights are both generic from China. But they do a great job. The advantage that the Riukoe has over the Betopper as well is it can tilt down to 190 degrees, whereas the Betopper is obviously 180 degrees. And here's a cool beam effect. You can see the Riukoe wash is way brighter since it's got those 12-watt LEDs instead of the 8 on the Betopper. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video that I made. It was pretty fun to make, especially since I have 2 different moving wash fixtures now, and I love them. I use them in my rig. I use both of them in my rig. They do a great job. If I had to go back to 2023, I would have definitely chosen those Riukoe washes over the Betopper washes. But I still love the Betopper washes. They are great. They look like pretty much any other mini moving wash fixture you'd find on Amazon. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow my Instagram, do all that stuff. Oh, and hit that notification bell too. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.